21-year-old Teran Black spent most of his childhood in the foster care system, 35 homes in all. In trouble with the law and expelled from school at 16, he wanted success but needed help finding the way. A United Way partner program, AMI Kids Pensacola, helped Teran take the first steps on his journey to a successful future.
Where their motto is, basically, you have to set goals in life, and a part of setting goals in life is to have a plan. And once you have a plan, you would gradually take steps toward achieving that plan. And in between, AMI taught that, it may be sticks and stones along the way, but through behavior modification, you will be able to overcome those stepping stones. They taught me that, listen, regardless of what you do, where you're at, and what you want to do, there will be rules that you will have to follow. And so AMI basically taught me that, if you want to achieve goals, whether, regardless of what your goals as graduate high school, graduate college, even in the workforce, you have rules and you have to abide by them if you want to achieve those goals. I learned how to behave, and the future seemed brighter for me in a college setting because you have to behave, you want to go to college and be something. After graduating AMI Kids, I enrolled at the Pensacola Junior College and started taking pre-law classes. Of course, it started at AMI, but at the same time, just because you have help doesn't mean that you're going to make it. You have to use that help to the best of your ability. And again, AMI played a big part in that. A lot of the skills that I've learned, behavior modification, leadership skills, those were the skills that got me to where I am today. And, by those being my foundation skills, will have me going where I want to go, which will be the University of West Florida and hopefully law school afterwards. If it wasn't for AMI, I probably wouldn't be in college today, because I wouldn't know how to behave.
Every day, hundreds of pounds of unsold food from retail stores would go to waste unless carefully gathered and distributed to those in need. United Way support helps agencies like the Bay Area Food Bank make the most of their efforts to feed hungry families and children in our very own community.
We are the Bay Area Food Bank. We serve 24 counties along the Central Gulf Coast region. We serve 7 counties here in the Northwest Florida area, including Escambia County. Last year we distributed over 3 million pounds of product throughout Northwest Florida, and that included more than 1.4 million pounds of product into Escambia County. We serve a number of agencies in Escambia County, over 85 agencies. Those include anything from food pantries such as Manna Food Pantry to soup kitchens like Appetite for Life to a lot of church faith-based agencies such as Brentwood, or even homeless agencies, coalitions such as Streets and Lanes Ministries. They provide a variety of products such as canned items, dry goods, even dog food, personal hygiene products, basically anything that would help a family financially who may be going through tough times to not have to spend money on that product. Instead, they can come to the food bank or come to one of our agencies and access that product. United Way's funds help us to supply that product to those agencies. So one of the things that we have to do is inspect all that product that comes in. We have to make sure it's safe for consumption. So we go out, we pick up the product, we bring it back to the warehouse where we have to sort that product, which is done on equipment purchased by United Way. And then we use the trucks that also are help funded through United Way to distribute that product back out to agencies located in Escambia County. And then those agencies then in turn distribute that product directly to the individuals who are in need of food assistance. 94,000 people are actually food insecure. So those are people who are either poor or working poor in Escambia County who need to seek food assistance at least 1 or possibly more times a year. Of that number, more than 31,000 are actually children. United Way support is critical. We cannot do what we do distributing food throughout Escambia County without the support of United Way.
Laid off from his job as a state planner, Bruce Stitt spent months diligently applying for over 60 positions. He finally landed 2 part-time jobs, but supporting a family of 4 was still proving difficult.
Even working those part-time jobs, I was still only making a third of what I had been making, and that was working 60 to 65 hours a week, trying to make up the difference. You know, when you start at a certain income level and you lose all of it, and you only make up of about a third of it, something has to go. And eventually it became not being able to pay the mortgage, or not being able to pay the light bill, or both. Asked Gulf Power, and Gulf Power provided United Way folks and Salvation Army as an option. During that interview process, they determined, yeah, we can help you, and they provide also, along with that assistance, some training classes on how to help yourself. And part of that was financial training background on how to do budgeting and how to do job resumes and some other practical tips.
When a neighbor offered to purchase their home if they would remain as renters, the family wanted to stay but could not afford the rent. Through the tireless efforts of their Salvation Army advocate, a solution was found.
The timing was perfect. She called to say that because we had gone through those budgeting classes, we were eligible for rental assistance, which we didn't know at the time that would even be tied to that. So we didn't know it was an option until she called. When I worked at the state, I participated in the United Way annual fund drives. Did things that, you know, and I never really thought any of that would come back to me. Never gave that a thought. But in a real way, this has come back to help our family. It provided us what we needed to bridge the gap. People don't often think of you know, a few dollars here and a few dollars there are really going to make a difference. But that collective effort really does go a long way to helping the community.